Hello and welcome. Ubisoft just released the latest patch for Might and Magic Fates, and today I'm going to deep dive into the changes to see if they are actually moving the game in the right direction. But before we get into the patch notes, I need to talk about a few things regarding Ubisoft's recent management of the game that have been incredibly frustrating. Let's dive in. Before we start the deep dive, I want to share some context with you. If you're just here for the update, feel free to jump ahead. I have created chapters for you below. The reason I haven't uploaded much recently is that I have been quite frustrated with how the recent tournament events were handled. As many of you know, I tried to enter the gauntlet. I submitted my registration well in time because I wanted to create dedicated content for the tournament. I even held back my recent deck showcases because obviously I didn't want my potential opponents to see what I was planning to play. Despite registering on time, I was rejected. Look, if I simply didn't make the cut for the top 64 participants, that's fine, it is what it is. But from the perspective of a content creator who is actively trying to promote the tournament and putting other content on hold to do so, it really sucks. Beyond that, I can't stress enough how unprofessional it is to release a brand new set right in the middle of a competitive tournament frame. Speaking as a former semi-professional Hearthstone team manager, that is just not how you handle a competitive scene in my opinion. I do want to say a huge thank you to the community though. One of you even went to the Discord server to ask if they could let me in the gauntlet anyway. That was really insane. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are honestly what keeps me going with this channel. But the gauntlet was just one piece of the puzzle. The lack of response regarding the content creator program from Ubisoft has been another major source of frustration. It's difficult to produce good content when there's zero support in terms of assets or early information on card drops. Ultimately, this leads to worse content for you, the community. For example, I can't even properly show off all the new cards in this patch because I don't have a complete list. On my main channel, I work closely with other partners who provide assets to showcase their games, which creates a win-win situation for both the creator and the publisher. Since my time is limited, I really have to evaluate if I can keep creating content for this game in this current format. On a positive note, I will be joining the Community Cup this Saturday. It's great to see the community stepping up to organize things. Now, let's see how this update actually shifts the meta. Enough whining, let's look at the patch. We have the new Absolution set, which contains 10 cards. I have managed to get my hands on a few, like these here, but I have no clue about the rest yet. There is one Heaven legendary that gives +2/+2 to your other minions, I believe. Overall, the cards seem cool, even if the timing dropping during a tournament is absolutely stupid. For the disenchantment. If you saw my roadmap review, you already know my stance on this. Adding a disenchantment feature is fine, but not being able to craft the specific cards you want the way you can do in Hearthstone is a big L in my opinion. Without a direct crafting system, it's still going to be a massive struggle for free-to-play players to get the cards they need. In my opinion, waiting until Q2 to integrate this is way too late. Even the implementation itself is flawed. You still have to hold onto 3 cards of the same rarity and 3 foils of the same copy just to avoid pulling duplicates. I understand the devs want to protect pack sales, but this is only a tiny band-aid for free-to-play players. It still forces you to invest a lot of money to build competitive decks. It's probably not even worth to disenchant your dupes now for gold, because you will need them for crafting in the future. Big L in my opinion. For player profiles, as you can see, they were added as well. You can now track your rankings and stats now, but personally, I don't care too much about that. However, the battle log is a big W. It's really good to finally see exactly what happened during a match. They have also polished the UI and fixed various elements to make the game look cleaner. This is a great change that definitely helps the game's longevity. The daily bonus is something I'm torn on. On one hand, it provides much needed resources for free-to-play players, so that's a win. On the other hand, it's a classic dark pattern in game design. It's designed to force you to log in every single day. I know that's common in mobile games, but I don't want my games to interfere with my daily schedule or routines. I want to play a game because it's good, not because I'm being pressured to log in to stay competitive. It feels like Ubisoft is trying to squeeze every bit of resources out of the player, which I really dislike. So it's a W and an L at the same time. As for the new daily quests, whatever, and the bug fixes, definitely good. They absolutely need to do this to keep the game alive in the long term. Let's look into the balancing. The first change affects Lightning Burst. The cost of this card has been increased from 5 to 6 gold. I think this change is absolutely fine. It nerfs the card, it was a really powerful card before, and I think this change is okay. It also nerfs the spell meta, burn meta from Nur, which tries to kill you with spells and which can do it really quick. I think this is a good change. W. Implosion, I can't show you that card because I don't have it. They increased the cost of 9 to 10. Implosion deals I think 10 damage for now 10 gold and produces 2 gold for it. Really powerful. I don't think this nerf will affect the card overall. It still does the same and it doesn't matter if it costs 9 or 10 gold. You wouldn't be able to play anything else and you want to use it as a finisher anyway, so it doesn't matter. Training Ground. This got nerfed. It now only gives you +1/+1 to your hero when you activate it. Before, it also gave +1/+1 when you deployed it and activated. So it's a nerf to the card, which is absolutely fine and necessary. This card was way too powerful. So this is a good change that they nerfed it. It's still a really strong card even after the nerf, because when you can protect it and have it stay on the board, it still snowballs out of control for the resources it costs and produces. Great card. Anyway, good change. Arcane Orb. This one has shaped the meta a lot and it's insanely powerful. They nerfed it, so it now only has 5 health compared to 8 health before, so it's in line with other buildings which also have about 5 health. In my opinion, this card is still too strong and it will still affect the meta. It still only costs 1 gold, produces 2 gold, and it gives you +2 spell power. They did another really important bug fix with this card. It now removes the effect correctly when the building is destroyed. Before, when this one got activated and got destroyed, it still gave you the effect of +2 spell power. It now only gives you the effect when this card is still in game. So this is a really good change. The health nerf, I don't know if it's enough to nerf this card. Still insanely powerful in my opinion, but the changes are okay. Necromancer's Helm got nerfed as well. This now only has 4 charges. Before it had 6 charges, so you get 2 less skeletons. Really good change in my opinion. This card is still really powerful, especially in combo and aggro decks. Insanely strong. Only 4 charges are quite fine. It was way too overwhelming before. Good nerf here. Angelic Alliance. This got buffed. This now has 3 charges. Before it only had 2 charges. I think that's a good change. This card can become really powerful. Combined with Taunt, with 3 charges now and 9 health it restores overall. I think this is a good change for a legendary, and we probably will see this played more often now. Next, Lizardman. I think this is one of the new cards. I guess. I don't have this card. No idea what it did before. It now has 2 gold production instead of 1. Let me know in the comments down below what this card is. Gauntlets of the Brawler got buffed. This now only costs 6 gold. Before it costs 7 gold. It increases your hero power by 4 and has 3 charges. This should actually be seen in game now. I think this card is good. We have to see if it will find a spot in text. Maybe it will. Kinda interesting. We have to see how this will affect the meta or if it will be played in the future. Chain Lightning. This card got buffed on the one hand, but also got nerfed really hard on the other hand. It now only costs 7 gold compared to before where it costs 8 gold. That's a good change. It now produces 2 gold. Before it only produced 1 gold. So now it's way more flexible to play this card, especially with the nerf of Lightning Burst. This will be seen more often, but they changed the effect. Before, if you didn't know it, it was possible to chain the effect, the 5, 4 and 3 damage to only 1 target. So overall you did 15 damage on 1 target if it was the only card on the field. So it was a really powerful finisher for burn decks. It now isn't possible anymore to chain to the same target. It will now any times chain to 3 targets. So big nerf for this card here. But overall still a good card, and this change was absolutely necessary. Pretty good. The same goes for Chain Lightning. This now can only chain to 2 other targets. It won't change to the same target anymore. I haven't seen this card played often, but I think it's a good change for sure. Overall, the balance changes are pretty good. Overall, I have to say, I like what they are doing here. And it will affect the meta for sure. Not sure if it will be enough to kill all those spawn decks, but it will help out in my opinion to make it more fair to play against them. Let me know what you think about the recent update and also my thoughts about the recent events from Ubisoft. I'm really interested to read up your opinion in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful, consider to like, subscribe and hype this video for more TCG content in the future.